Now to a story that speaks to the power of social media, the feeling of wind in your face and the kindness of strangers.
Dozens of strangers, dozens of motorcycles hoping to put a Rowlett family on the two-wheeled road to recovery. NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood is live to explain. Jocelyn.
And Meredith, the story you're about to hear started with a simple Facebook post from a husband asking for support for his wife. And what happened just a little more than 24 hours later, well, just take a look.
Absolutely am overwhelmed with all the support here today.
Doug Patterson just wanted to see something special.
That smile. I wanted that smile just one more time, and hopefully for the rest of my life.
Say, I love you, Mama.
I wanted her to be just in her happy place.
And that place for his wife is on the back of a bike.
I love the sound.
Amy Patterson hasn't ridden in years.
Probably about 7 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while.
But she loves it.
It's just relaxing. It's good for the soul.
And today isn't just any day for Amy.
Today is my surgery date for a double mastectomy.
For the past 6 months,
It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
she's battled stage 3 breast cancer.
I know I'm not in it alone.
It's why her husband
She's my backbone. Without her, I'm lost.
wanted to ease her anxiety.
Riding in the car with me, her mind's gonna be just all about the what if.
So he put out a call for motorcycles to escort the couple in their car to the hospital.
The sound, you know, when she hears them, she gets all giddy.
All right, let's do this.
What he got was so much more. Amy climbed on and met more than 50 bikers ready to ride. For miles they rode, police stopping traffic along a stretch from Rowlett to Garland until Amy arrived for her surgery.
I feel like such a celebrity. It's incredible. I was telling them the Kardashians ain't got nothing on me today. Ah, my bald head.
Her smile. I wanted to see her smile.
Incredible.
But Amy's story reaches beyond her.
And I gotta go say hi to all these wonderful people.
To all those affected by breast cancer.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hi.
And to the strangers who came together to give Amy the ride of a lifetime.
Just good people. Look at all these good people. You know, it brings out the best in everyone. All you gotta do is ask. You don't know unless you ask. And look what I got.
Amy is still in surgery at this hour. Her husband says so far so good. If you would like to reach out for support, there has been a Facebook page created. It is called Escort Ride for Amy. Live in Garland, Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Team Amy.
Yeah, that'll be a busy Facebook page. A Flower Mound man who has lived on a historic property for the past decade is hoping to find a way to keep it. The problem is he doesn't own the land that sits along Morris Road, even though that road is named for his family.
NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood has his story.
Kind of an assortment of peppers and onions, and then the peas and the beans.
Ralph Morris has a lot to offer.
Don't have any.
Except
I sold them all.
maybe radishes.
Yeah, they're all gone. Pretty soon I'll have a lot of stuff out here for sale.
The 81-year-old is known for what he sells
Make good chili.
and for where he lives.
The road is named after that because of the property that's here in the Morris name to begin with. Been 5 generations.
Ralph is a 4th-generation Morris,
And proud of it.
and the family's been here since the late 1800s.
The oldest brother owns the entire 1.22 acres that's left.
But after his brother recently passed away, he was told the heirs would sell it.
They want to sell it, and I appreciate it, and that is totally their right. On the other hand, I don't want to see it leave the family.
Without the means to buy it, he's asking for help.
Well, I've gone to the bank. I live on Social Security, honestly. I cannot qualify, you know, and their offer is very attractive, you know, but I still can't qualify. If I fail, then I have to do something else. Some of them are starting to bloom. My dilemma is, you know, where in the world am I going to go?
A spokesman for the heirs says they too want to keep the property in the family if possible, and there has been no thinking beyond extending the offer to Ralph and other family members. An offer they say is below its value.
It's a legacy in my mind, and I'm a part of that legacy. But I do a lot of this.
A Morris,
Getting big.
hoping to keep his roots planted here.
And they're all large like this. Give me a garden, and there are also yellow ones. Give me a goat, a cucumber. I don't care. A middle size and a baby. Let me, yellow squash, continue my life, and black-eyed peas, like I was initially brought up to live. And that's a farm boy. Bottom line, that's it.
Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
And the heirs also add that family can make counter offers on the price. And Morris says there is really no animosity here. He's able to live there still for now. An online account for Morris to raise money for the purchase has been set up, and you can find that on our website, NBCDFW.com.
I'm sure that garden would like some rain. More than 1,000 days living in a kennel. That is the reality for this North Texas dog. A Facebook page is dedicated to finding her a home, and she's been to numerous adoption events, but so far it hasn't worked out. But those who love her are not giving up the fight. Our Jocelyn Lockwood has more.
This isn't just another dog story. This is Harriet's story. And this is the woman who won't stop fighting for her.
Oh, my good girl. I love her. It breaks my heart every single day that I see her having to live this way.
This is Harriet's home, a kennel off Highway 205 in Lavon.
3.5 years.
More than 1,000 days, and Harriet hasn't found a family.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's been under the care of Mary Lou Mahoney and her Rockwall Animal Rescue.
I rescued Harriet out of a high kill shelter, probably 7 years ago. We got her adopted by a single man who just adored her. He kept her, 4 years. Lost his job, lost his house, had to go to moving into his car.
Since it has been a struggle, in part because of her breed and her age, but it can't be because of her personality.
She loves big people, small people, old people, young people.
And that was apparent when we showed up.
Good girl.
Even our time recording her story was stopped for a little love.
Just good-natured. What you see is what you get.
It's the reason Mahoney made it her mission to help Harriet.
Come on, let's go.
But she plans to close her rescue at the end of the month.
And I can't financially afford it any longer.
95% of the money she spends to help dogs like Harriet is her own. But if December 31st comes and goes, Mahoney says she still won't give up on Harriet.
And my belief is there's a home and a family out there for her. It's just a matter of turning over enough rocks, kissing enough toads to get a prince. But there's a place out there for her, and we'll find it.
Jocelyn Lockwood.
There's nothing not to love about her.
NBC5.
I think we can fix that.
I think it's happening, don't you?
I feel it. We told you the story of Harriet, the dog who's been in a kennel here for more than 1,000 days. Well, the calls started pouring in from across the country to help. And now, after years looking for a forever home, Harriet's search is finally over. NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood tells us she found a family right here in North Texas.
You're going to be a good girl.
It's almost time for goodbye.
Remember what I've told you. You got to be good.
But goodbyes aren't easy.
I knew it was going to be hard, but it's good also. I love her. I love her really as if she's one of my own.
For the past 3.5 years, Mary Lou Mahoney and the Rockwall Animal Rescue cared for this 7-year-old pit bull, Harriet, while fighting to find her a home.
Wasn't going to give up. And I mean, at times it's really easy to give up and just say, I can't find her a home. But we didn't.
Days and weeks turned to months and years until her story went viral.
I got my wish, Harry got hers. There's nothing more that I want.
More than 200 phone calls and emails later.
A lot of what I heard was, oh my gosh, she's been in a facility for over 1,100 days. How can that be? No dog should have to live that way. The final decision was Harriet's. You know, she spoke to us, she spoke to me, and she said, this is where I want to live.
You want to give me kisses, don't you? She's just gorgeous.
She's so calm and so loving. It was just love at first sight. We saw her and she immediately just stole our hearts.
You like that, don't you?
That first sight happened when the Perez family saw Harriet's story on NBC5.
I was just getting ready for work one day, and happen to come across her pretty face on the screen.
I hear him saying, "Oh, our dog's on TV. I want that dog. I want the dog."
Now they're changing Harriet's life forever.
And that's all I wanted, is to be able to give her that love and, you know, show her that we're here for her. Come on, let's go.
Being around her every day and her loving us and us loving her.
Now, time for that bittersweet goodbye.
Thank you for taking good care of her, okay?
You do the same with her.
No, we definitely will. Thank you.
Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
Oh my gosh, no. That is so sweet.
The Perez's, sorry, they're from Little Elm. You need to finish this.
You're like, I can't. Their first stop with Harriet today was to buy toys to get a stocking for Christmas. How sweet is
Yeah,
that?
so a lot of angels at work in that story.
Every dog deserves an advocate like that. Unbelievable.
Well, now to a story that shows how a little kindness goes a long way.
That's right. It played out on the football field at White Settlement's Tannehill Intermediate School. NBC5's Jocelyn Lockwood has a story new tonight. Jocelyn.
At first glance, this is just a game of football, and 11-year-old Graham Palmer is moving the ball down the field. But
Graham was born with congenital retinal detachment and has been blind since birth.
Go for it.
Graham has played in the yard with his dad and younger brother. But Friday asked to play with a group of students at school. And
they said I could play. When they handed me the ball, I started running off, turning to the right, all the way up, down to the end zone. Yeah, they tried to tackle me, but they couldn't.
The students guided Graham to not one, but
3 of them.
3 touchdowns.
They said MVP.
I was overjoyed that kids nowadays, with all the bullying and everything like that, would include him.
It's something this school teaches, but leaders say was incredible to see play out on the field.
We spend a lot of time teaching our kids to show, you know, our campaign Choosing Kindness, and to have a growth mindset and grit.
What the video doesn't capture,
I did a dance and threw my arms up in the air,
is the impact of their kindness.
I was so happy.
Yeah?
And I had a little watery eye.
Tears of joy, although Graham says football players don't cry.
And I tell them thank you.
Why would you tell them thank you?
Because they're being real nice, not bullying.
It's a very small moment, 1 minute of his life that who knows what it opened up.
A moment that would lead one to believe MVP! Graham wasn't the only MVP on the field. MVP! Jocelyn Lockwood, NBC5.
What a great story.
That is a sweet story.
Way
Yeah,
to go,
football
Graham.
players may not cry, but I can, and I am.
Right.